And I've been mentally tortured of late because of things that I've been made to see that I'll never be able to unsee.
Well, I assume you're referring to the WWE pay-per-view extravaganza, Fastlane.
Actually, what did I call it before we went on the air? I said, I've got the review here of Speed Trap.
That's right.
Because there was nothing fast about most of this. Well, all right, do you want to start at the beginning? I can't start at the beginning, and neither can you, because you tuned in late and I skipped ahead.
Yeah, I'm so used to in the past wrestling pay-per-view starting at 8 o'clock that whenever they start at 7, I always forget. So I missed the first half hour, and I didn't bother to go back and rewatch it after the fact.
Well, let's talk about this for a second, because you at least had the ability to go back and rewatch it, to go back, rewind it, and watch from the start. But apparently, see, I did the same thing. Well, you were watching it on the network. I just ordered the pay-per-view because I like my fast forward, and I like my couch, and I like the way that the remote feels in my hand, and that's the way I want to watch television. So I don't give a shit. I don't want to sit here and watch my computer screen, and we've talked about the technological issues, but I don't care. What are they doing? So this is the show, and this is the easiest way I can fast forward through, especially their 5-minute entrances, and they would enter in a building with 60,000 people in it quicker than they can get to the ring now in an empty building. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Anyway, but so you watched the network and I watched the pay-per-view, but some people were watching the Peacock. The Peacock. And is it far enough along for me to say that that's not really the Peacock as much as it is the cock. You take the P out of the cock, and what do you got? Bupkis. Everybody's complaining about the Peacock. Is this what Dave Shearer on PW Insider was talking about? He termed it the cock because it's a classic cock up. You can't. What is this I'm hearing? You can't pause. You can't rewind.
I believe so. Yeah.
You can't. How is this? So they've got people used to the network. Now they're going to take it away from them. They're going to hand it off to the cock. But it doesn't work, or it's not going to work until SummerSlam, or what are you hearing about this?
From what I've heard, just like there are a lot of different programs and a lot of different shows that won't be available until at least the summertime, I heard that a lot of the functionality that people are used to on WWE Network, with all the bad things you could say about the network, the functionality is pretty good, I think. And I usually stream it on my computer and then shoot it to the TV if I want to. But you could pause it. You can go backwards. You can go forward. Unless it's a live event, you can't really go forward at that point. But if you had already gone backwards, then you can go forward.
Then you can continue back forwards to where you were.
Right. Back to the Future. Unfortunately, and I checked it out while I was watching it on the network. I put it on Peacock on one of the other monitors in here. And it sucked. You couldn't pause it. Sometimes you want to go to the bathroom and there isn't a shitty match on, and you really have to just say,
no,
I have to hold off on this match for a few minutes.
I haven't experienced that on a big show in a long time, where there wasn't a shitty match on the screen anytime I needed to do anything.
But yeah, Peacock leaving a lot to be desired at this time in the spring of 2021.
So what about the stuff that we actually watch? Not the big shows or the new stuff, but the archives, the old Saturday night TBS shows. Where's that going to be or go?
Reportedly or purportedly, who really knows, eventually it'll all be on Peacock, we think. However, from what I've seen, because someone, I think Mike Mills actually, from Booking the Territory, was talking to me about this, and he sent me a link to some guy on Twitter who was posting everything that was being uploaded to Peacock. And I think the one thing I saw when you bring up the old Saturday night shows, I believe they uploaded most of 93 WCW Saturday Night, but I'm not sure how much before that. They've uploaded, obviously, the big pay-per-view events, but I don't think any Mid-South or Mid-Atlantic is a priority right now. So I think a lot of people who enjoy the archive, enjoy the really good material, may have to sit back and wait or find another source. A lot of this stuff is available elsewhere because obviously it's not a priority to the WWE or the Peacock Masters.
See? Everybody laughed at me for saving my VHSs.
I still have mine.
I've got everything the network's got. No, I don't have that much stuff, unfortunately. And some of it will probably, that's why I said when this whole thing started and they started buying all that stuff, the problem is that we'll never see the vast majority of what they got that we want to see because it's all the old stuff, Florida in the 70s, for fuck's sake. But anyway, we're a long way from Florida in the 70s, possibly even Kansas with this program. So both of us on Fastlane, now that we've established that they're going to screw up at least the one thing that we've liked that they've been doing that we got used to. We both missed the women's tag team title match, you accidentally and me on purpose. So we start out.
The only thing I read about it was that a few people said Bianca Belair was buried. I don't know exactly what happened to her, what that means. Obviously, she's supposed to get a match against Sasha Banks at WrestleMania.
Anymore, it could mean that they actually fucking killed her and buried her. You never know.
With this show, you don't know.
You have to take any description literally these days in this company. I sincerely hope Miss Belair is okay. We send our thoughts and prayers that she gets out of whatever hole they put her in.